Hi, I'm Beth Jacobson, and I'm here with
Pam Lathrop.
And we're filming the April edition of the Beloit Today Show, and in true form, it's raining.
And so we could say April showers bring Mayflowers, but we'd have to say they bring more Mayflowers.
As you drive around, I'm sure that you'll see that many of our, with the nice weather we've had, many flowers are already blooming. But certainly it's raining as typical in April. And we're here at Public Works today, and we have a lot of things happening. Kind of gearing up for spring, some spring events. I'll interview Bruce Zagloski and our new forestry supervisor, Mike Ferger, about our Arbor Day event, and then you're going to interview Norma?
Well, I'm talking to Norma Vargas about the Spring Yard Waste Program because people are starting to get up off the couch and go back outside and work in their yards, and they're clamoring for the bags and the stickers, and so Norma's going to tell us all about that, and then she's going to tell us about another program that's coming up, Clean Sweep, which is more of the toxic waste that you might have lying around your house, not the yard waste.
Right. So when you're doing your spring cleaning, inside or outside, we have solutions for everything. And I'll interview Nancy Warren about the assessments that are coming out, and if you have questions on what to do with that. And then on to the fun interview.
With Mark Young, he's going to be talking about the golf course, and we have some exciting things at the golf course that we want to tell people about, too.
So stay tuned to our show. We have lots going on, and we're anticipating spring and summer events.
Norma Vargas from the Department of Public Works and I are standing in front of a giant chipper truck. And Norma is here to talk about our kind of annual spring edition of the Beloit Today show, to tell us about yard waste. This is not one of the trucks that they would use on your curbside collection, right?
Correct. We use one of the garbage trucks that we just specify for yard waste. It's all yard waste goes in it.
And so when does the yard waste program start? I know everybody's anxious to get going this year because the weather's been so perfect.
Yes, we've actually gotten lots of calls that they're starting early, but the actual program does not start till April the 9th. And it's for 3 weeks, from April the 9th through April 28th. It's a 3-week program. They bag their leaves, their yard waste, everything in a paper yard waste bag or a biodegradable bag, a clean 39-gallon trash container. Cannot weigh more than 60 pounds, and there's no limit on it, but you must have a $1.50 yard waste sticker on it.
And where can we buy these stickers?
The stickers are available at all 3 Walgreens locations, both Ace Hardware locations. They are at Woodman's. They are at the municipalities buildings, which is the Leisure Services, Grinnell Hall, City Hall, and in our facility.
Okay, and now you said something about bundling. How big can those bundles be?
The bundles cannot be more than 4 foot long and 2 foot in diameter, and all the branches that are under 4 inches in diameter, those need to be bundled and tied with a yard waste sticker also.
Okay, I know people hear this over and over from us every year, but it's good to have a refresher, and you do have a nice little cheat sheet here that we're holding. Is this available on the city's website?
Yes, it can be available at the website. All the information is on the website already, and yes, I have put that out there. Now, after April, it goes on a weekly basis service only, so it will be the first full week of each month.
Okay, is there any free pickup this year?
This is the spring, and the regular yard waste that does not come in until the late fall.
Okay, so make sure to put the sticker on.
Correct. You do need a sticker on. Now this year there's also 2 compost sites that will be offering for the residents if they choose not to use our city facilities. It's the Leafland Compost Center out on St. Lawrence, with that address being 6711 St. Lawrence, and Bedrock Grinding, which is 1105 East Light Town Line Road.
And that's a new one. So
correct.
Bedrock Grinding.
Bedrock Grinding is a new facility that's being offered to the City of Beloit residents.
Great. I know you work hard on this all year.
Thank you.
Do you have any more things? Actually, we do have something more exciting that's coming up. It's not yard waste related, but it is clean sweep related. So you can get lots of spring cleaning done. Norma, tell us a little bit about Clean Sweep.
Clean Sweep will be here on April 28th, and the city of Beloit will be host site. The Rock County Land Conservations are the one who's putting it up. You do need to call them to make up an appointment, and their number you can call is 754-6617 extension 3. You do need to sign up, and at this they collect all weird stuff you have in your garage, your pesticides, your cleaners, solvents, any mercury-based products, all that stuff they will be collecting.
Okay, so this is not yard waste. This is indoor waste, as you might have it. Old, maybe furniture, polish, solvents that you might have laying around, things like that.
Yes, household hazardous chemicals is what's being collected that day.
Okay, and I know that this is the brochure that we have out for that. That is available on the city's website, I believe. It is available on the Rock County website, so people can look that up, or they can call, as Norma gave you the phone number before.
Yes, and you can always call here. My number is 364-2929, extension 7003, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Norma.
Thank you, Pam.
Hi, I'm here with Bruce Zaglaski and Mike Ferger, and we're here today to talk about Arbor Day. Bruce is the street supervisor, and Mike is the forestry operations supervisor, and essentially Bruce has worked with Arbor Day in the past, and Mike's new to the city, so we're kind of tag teaming it today. So let's first introduce Mike. Mike, you're new to the city. When did you start?
Oh, I started this week.
Oh, so you're brand new. And can you tell our viewers a little bit about your history in forestry?
I have 30 years of experience in the landscape field and taken several seminars and courses on forestry, and I've worked a lot in pruning and trimming of trees and care and maintenance of trees.
Well, fantastic. I know you've had good weather for it, and so we want to welcome you to the city of Beloit. One of your first projects is Arbor Day. That's what I understand. So we're going to have an Arbor Day event, and Bruce is going to tell us about that. It's at Gaston School on what day and what time?
April 27th, so always the last Friday of April. It's at 10 o'clock, and it's in celebration of Gaston receiving the Blue Ribbon Award. They're one of 8 schools in the state to receive this award from the National DPI, or the Department of Public Instruction.
And every year with Arbor Day, we generally like to celebrate with students. And so in the past we've done it, but now we're just going to plant the tree at Gaston in celebration of their award.
Correct, yes.
And although it's at Gaston School, the public's always welcome to attend. We usually have quite a crowd, and Public Works will plant the tree.
Yes, Public Works will plant the tree. We have dignitaries. Amy Laudenbach says she's going to be coming. We're waiting to hear from Mr. Cullen. It sounds like he's going to be coming. And we'll have a representative from Tammy Baldwin's office as well.
Oh.
And the Department of Natural Resources. We have our Southwest Regional Coordinator coming to it as well.
Oh, that's right. So make sure, if you can attend, make sure to attend. It's always a fun event, and it's a great celebration for the city and for the students at Gaston. And then to Mike, although Arbor Day is coming up, it's raining today, but we've had some pretty good weather. Can you talk a little bit about how we've been able to get ahead on some of the maintenance with this nice weather?
Well, with the lack of snow and everything, we've been able to pool more resources toward our maintenance of the city trees and the pruning and removal of some of the lesser desirable trees.
And so as residents drive around town, you can tell there's a couple main roads that I can see that some trees have been cut, and that's generally us, right?
That is generally us. If it's on the terrace, it is us. And we're starting our spring tree planting, so there will be some replacing going on around town. So we'll see some new trees out there. It'll be nice.
So if residents lost a tree or one was cut down, essentially we end up replacing those throughout the year?
If the homeowner requests, the resident requests, and where we see or deem necessary.
Okay, and if you do have a question about your tree, you can always call Public Works at 364-2929. And then also, Pam interviewed Norma, and they talked about yard waste. Is there anything you want to tell our residents if they're doing their own grooming on what they should do this spring?
Well, with the EAB or Emerald Ash Borer that is just south of us down in Rock Cut State Park, they do want to check their ash trees to make sure that they don't have any of these little D-shaped holes in their tree to see if there's the emerald ash borer in there. You'll see some decline on the tree. With that, also we want the residents to also observe if they see any gypsy moth larvae on their trees, which is a little brown, looks like a spider web connected to the tree, not to be confused with the tent worms. We're not spraying this year because our numbers, because of the years that we've been doing this, we've cut the numbers down so much that we haven't had to spray, but we still have to be on the outlook for them to come back once again.
And so if residents do see those things, they can call us and just let us know so that we're aware of it.
Yeah, call Public Works at the 364-2929, and Mike or someone will go out and inspect the tree to ensure that it doesn't have those.
And just one other reminder is if you are going to participate in the yard waste program where the city picks up, make sure you bundle it and tag it during the times that those are necessary. So we're getting rained on. So so thank you guys. Welcome to the city, Mike. We're happy to have you. And thanks for, we'll see you at Arbor Day.
Yes, hope to see more.
Mark Young is here today. He's the manager of golf operations at the Kruger Haskell Municipal Golf Course. And we have a lot of exciting things going on at the golf course this year, don't we?
Yes, we do. First of all, we've got all the courses open now this year. We opened March 7th, and we have all the construction holes are all open. Number 17 green, which didn't open last year, is now open. Great. And everybody is really enjoying the new layout and everything that's been done to the course since the new construction has been done.
Is there like a new little bit of a configuration at the golf course then with the construction? Did some of the holes get moved?
The only thing that got moved was number 17 and 18.
Okay.
Number 17 green got completely redone. We took out the old green, built a new green. We moved 18T back, so those two holes have some new configuration to those. The other holes, the only thing that changed really is just adding the ponds to 1, 2, 3, and 18.
Well, that sounds fun, something new to look at while you're out there golfing. And although it's a nice course to walk, I understand you have some new carts?
Yes, we actually got new golf carts this year. Our golf cart lease was up at the end of last year. So we've got brand new carts that just arrived about a week ago.
Do they go faster?
Yes. Actually, everybody has said they go faster and they are very nice to ride in. So the new carts this year have windshields on them, which we never had before.
Oh.
So that's nice for cool days like today. You can put the windshield up and you don't have the wind blowing on you as much. So, but they have ball washers on them, divot mix bottles, the windshields, and they're green.
Right. Now, you said that the golf course is opened in March, which is just kind of crazy to think about. Have you had a lot of people out there playing?
Actually, the traffic out there has been really good this year. The weather has been great. We actually opened in January for a few days, February for a few days, and then we opened early in March. So it's been a crazy year as far as weather goes. I mean, it's been good for us, but...
Sure. Now, you have some interesting news also on pricing.
Yes, our pricing for this year has actually changed a little bit. We've actually dropped our daily fee rates a little bit, and we've actually done something new that we haven't done before. Our daily rates are the same 7 days a week, so the weekend rates do not go up. They're the same as what the weekday rates are.
Oh, that's pretty nice. And did you say, do you have some twilight fees?
Yes, our passes are still available for this year, and we added a new Twilight Pass for this year, which we've never had. That one is good Monday through Sunday, and it starts at 3 o'clock, and it's good after 3 o'clock every day.
Oh, that's pretty nice now since it's staying light later.
Yes.
So you can get out there and golf more.
Yes,
oh.
Yes.
If people have questions about scheduling a play date, should they contact you for that?
Yes, they can actually call the clubhouse now and ask for either Kim or myself, and we can get it scheduled for them. They just call 362-6503, and then we can get them set up.
Okay, now what time does the golf course open?
Right now we're opening at 7 in the morning, and then we close at when it gets dark. But once the sun starts getting up sooner, we'll open sooner. But right now it's at 7.
And is there coffee available at 7?
Oh, yes. Yes, the Bump and Run, which is the concessions part of the clubhouse, he has coffee first thing in the morning. Breakfast is available. He's got a full bar, and then he also has other lunch specials and other specials you can get also.
Well, that sounds like a good time. Do you have any other interesting things to tell us about the golf course?
We do have the geese police are out there right now.
Dogs or what? What kind of geese police?
It's actually a border collie that she brings out, and she does gets rid of all the geese on the course. And actually, this year we've had no problems with geese.
Well, that's a great idea. That's green and friendly. It's kind of the geese. No geese are harmed, right?
Right. No geese are harmed.
Okay. And I was thinking of one more question, and of course I have forgotten it because our time is almost up. But I know I wanted to talk about the Municipal Golf Committee. Do you have we have a vacancy for a youth, right?
Actually, we filled that now. We have one of the girls from Beloit Memorial from their golf team is going to be on it now. So I just found that out. So
okay, that's
we
great.
have to have that filled, and the golf committee meeting is third Wednesday of the month, and we're now meeting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 7 in the morning.
And that is totally open to the public. So if people have comments or questions, they're absolutely welcome to join that meeting.
Right. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Mark, very much, and we hope to see you all out on the golf course.
Yes. Thank you, and come on out and enjoy us.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here with Nancy Warren, and she's a property appraiser, and we're here today to talk about our annual assessments. And Nancy, can you tell us a little bit, how long have you been with the city?
I've been with the city for 23 years. I'll be starting my 24th in May.
Oh, well, congratulations. And have you always been in the assessor's office?
No, I've been in the assessor's office since May of 95, so 16 years.
So you're a pro.
Well, I wouldn't call that.
Well, we've got the right woman today. Nancy's here today to talk about the annual assessments that come out. So they just recently came out, is that?
Yep, we sent out the notices of assessment on March 23rd.
And how does that, what goes into the assessments and what goes in, who gets a notification?
The property owners that get notices are the ones that had a change in their value of $100 or more one way or the other. We have to notify them statutorily. And how we arrived at that, a change in value for the last couple of years is through sales, property sales and permits, additions, any changes in the property that would create a change in value.
And so you also look at the permits. So when people come in and get permits for a new deck or new windows or
Yep.
whatever it may be.
Decks, windows, siding, roofs, items, we look at those and we update our records with that. But the big things would be additions or any type of interior improvements also. Redoing of kitchens, bathrooms, finished basements, and likes that. Anything cosmetic typically does not change a property owner's value.
And so although assessments come out once a year, we try to keep up on this, day to day so that we're not having a big rush when March comes around.
Yeah, that's true. We try to. The last couple of years, though, we haven't done our typical reval per se. We've just pretty much stuck with the sales and the permits for change in value. With the foreclosures and such like that, it's a pretty tough market out there. So.
Sure. Now, from what I understand, we're in this open book process, and this is probably the right time to come in and talk to you about your assessment if you had changes. Can you talk about the open book process?
Sure. The open book process, technically, we put a date on there. They can come in or they can call, or now they can email us also. But once they receive the notice, they can call us at any time. We fill out a sheet like this. Mm-hmm. Just with their information and if information that they give us. For sales, we send letters to them asking to get into the property because obviously the best way to value a property is seeing it, to see it itself. If they don't, we have to use the best evidence that we have available, which would be a sale itself. So again, with the foreclosures, it makes it difficult. But we encourage people to come into the open book process, to call in. This year. It'll just be in our office. They can call in, they can come in, they can stop in. We'll review their property. If they have any evidence, if they've had a recent appraisal or anything like that, we'll definitely take a look at it for them.
So if they want to look at either why their house lost value or why it increased, you can explain those changes to them.
Yep, absolutely.
So this is the time now, if you did receive a letter, there is a date on the notice, and if you can't make that specific date, please call the assessor's office, and they can work with you to see when you can come in. And essentially, you can always call the assessor's office.
Absolutely, they can call anytime. There just gets to be a point where once Board of Review is in session, if they don't go to Board of Review, and once the Board of Review adjourns, then the property owner's appeals rights they're done until the following year. We can't,
Right, you can't do it anytime. Sure. Now,
encourage them. We definitely want them to call us.
And so with that, there is a deadline for open book, but then after open book, then they can do the Board of Review. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yep. Once the open book process is finished, then we'll send a determination letter. If we've made another change in their value for some reason, if it's a correction of error, or if they brought something to our attention that may or may not be there on their property, we'll send them a letter, which would be an open book change or no change letter per se.
Sure.
Once they get that letter, then we have to have that in the mail 15 days prior to Board of Review. So once they receive that letter, if they're still not happy with the value, then they can contact the city clerk's office and give the clerk a notice of intent that they want to file to appear before the Board of Review. And then the deadline to do that would be May 25th at 5 p.m. And then they would have until 2 hours after the board starts on the 29th to get all their paperwork in to appear before the board.
So the Board of Review is essentially a board of several community members who will look at the information that you've provided them about the assessment, and they'll make a final determination.
Correct. It's a panel of 5 citizens at large. It's kind of run like a court. The taxpayer has to prove the assessor's value incorrect. So they would present their case to the board, and then the assessor would defend the value.
Either way.
Either way, whether it should be up or down or whatever the case may be.
Sure. So the great thing for our residents to know is that, we have an assessor and we do annual evaluations, but there is a process in place if you don't necessarily agree with that. And hopefully, the idea is that you would come in and we would be able to show you why your assessment changed over time. And so I know right now your office is extremely busy because the notices just
went out, but actually it's not been as busy as we thought. There's really a lot of people probably got decreases more than increases this year just for the foreclosures. A lot of people, the sales, even though if they're valid, there's been a lot of vacant homes that have sold, so a lot of just properties that have deferred maintenance, people are getting good buys and just have to do that.
So unless your house is for sale, a decrease is good for your taxing purposes. But in any case, just know that you can always call the assessor's office. Nancy's been here a long time, so she knows all the ins and outs of it. So thanks for the interview. We really appreciate it, and feel free to stop in if you ever have any questions.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Nikki Meyer and I'm the Executive Director of Friends of Riverfront, and we are getting ready for our big and only fundraiser called Bloom, and that will be on Saturday, April 28th. People last year asked for more of the sneak preview, so we will have a little open house sneak peek on Saturday from 1 to 3. Then the activities really start at 6 o'clock. We have a cocktail hour and hors d'oeuvres, meet the artist. We have lots of art and crafters bringing things in, as you can see behind me. And then at 7:30 we go into a live auction with Rich Ramp from Beloit Auction Services, who leads us in a great, fun, lively auction. This is our only fundraiser. We use all of the proceeds to help with the beautification of the riverfront, to help with all of the flowers we bring in and a lot of our projects. Behind me, I have some lovely bloomin' ladies. I have Marlene Erickson and Jeannie Ripple and Cheryl Kitzman, and they all help decorate and turn the Rotary River Center into Garden Center. They make it just beautiful. So don't miss out on this wonderful opportunity to come down and help Friends of Riverfront and bid either in the silent auction or the live auction. We invite you to come and meet all of the artists and have a great time with us. Once again, it is Saturday, April 28th. And what is it, ladies? Bloom. Saturday, you can say it too. It's April showers. Bring bloom. So come and join us for Bloom. And if you want to make a donation, if you're a great crafter or make wonderful something that you think would help us with our fundraiser, we are accepting donations here at the Pump House right here at 1003 Pleasant Street. And once again, join us for Bloom. It promises to be a fun, entertaining, and beautiful evening. Thanks again. Bye.
Well, Pam, that wraps up the April edition of the Beloit Today Show.
I know, and we're inside now. Notice where it's dry and warm.
Yes, we've come inside from the April showers that we've experienced this morning. And so we've learned a lot today. We are prepared for spring. I hope all of you are prepared for cleaning up your yards, inside and outside.
Yes, and of course, I hope that we get Nikki Myers on the show. We're still, as we film this, we're still sort of working on that, but we've gone from March to springing right into activities, and the social scene is coming alive, and there are brochures out and activities. The snappers are back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so there's lots coming up and lots to do.
Baseball season starts in April, so there's, you're right, it was very cold last month, and now we're just springing right into all the spring and summer activities. So yes, Nikki would be a great addition. So today we learned about I interviewed the new forestry supervisor and the Arbor Day celebration. If you can make it, make sure you come by. It's always a great event.
And really, as always, if you have any questions about anything we talked about on the show today, or if you have any other questions, please feel free to call the office, the city manager's office, or one of the numbers that were mentioned. Our phone number here is 364-6614.
And Public Works, as always, is 364-2929. And we interviewed Nancy Warren, and if you have questions with your assessment, please call the assessor's office. They're happy to answer questions for you.
Okay, thanks.
And thanks to our staff for being on the show, and thanks to our film production, and we will see you next month.